Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Roo networking stream. Tonight, we are having the debut of Roo Radio, which is essentially just Roo networking, but without all the visuals, so apologies if you prefer the visuals. But, yeah, tonight we are watching, or I will be describing the Los Angeles Dodgers at Cincinnati Reds game. NLCS Cincinnati Reds, I believe that the Los Angeles Dodgers currently tied the series after not being able to come up with Game 1. But last night they were able to tie the series in an amazing fashion. So now here we are. It's a brand new series as Dolly is up to bat for the Dodgers, and the count is 1-2, score is 0-0, top of the first, and the ball game is just starting. Now, it's there goes Sam. Apparently, that's his name on a strikeout there. On 5 balls, pitched by Cameron, who is starting for the Cincinnati Reds, and up steps Musty, aka Monk. Will be batting, leading off for the Dodgers. 0-1. Red American Ballpark. It's a nice stadium, pretty nice stadium. Los Angeles Dodgers looking to take a 2-1 lead as Musty swings and misses at an 0-1 pitch. 0-2 now. And he will take a ball, a slider. No, actually, he will strike out. And the scoreboard seemed to have been glitched, but it was a strikeout as we head into the bottom of the first. Apparently that was the third out, as Musty proclaims that Cameron is ball spamming, as he will now take the mound. And it's Peak leading off for the Reds, as he'll take a ball inside the zone. 0-1. 2-0 now. Looks like the strike was overturned as he hits this one into right field, and it's going to drop fair, but he will be out at first on a diving play, but he was not in time. Well, it was in time, but for the runner it wasn't. It's 1 out away on the board on a fair hit into right field, but thrown out at first. Will now be Ed who will step up to bat. Apologies for that little loud noise there. Hopefully it's fixed. Ed, who has been intentionally walked for most of the series, is getting an at-bat, and it's thrown at him. And he's going to take a base out of hit by pitch by Musty. Runner on first for the Cincinnati Reds now. And by doing that, Musty has ruined his perfect game, although I don't know if that's what he was going for. Sinker now, 1-0. This one's hitting to right field, and it's going to drop at the warning track. And it's a ground rule double, and now there are runners on second and third. And we'll be right back. Alright, we're back here now. And there's runners on second and third as Cameron, the starting pitcher, will step up for the Reds. And he has a strike on him, 0-1. Cameron took another strike, and then a ball. That's 1-2 on him now. Apologies for that little delay there. Hopefully we are back. And he will bunt, as Musty will not tag home, but throws the first for the second out instead. And there's no double play. Jitlu is saying there's no... Jitlu is saying that there is a double play. Musty did not tag home. An embarrassing move for Musty there. But it looks like they will not be challenging it. And there's now only a runner on third. The score is now 1-0 Cincinnati. It's now Kliz who will step up to bat, takes a strike inside, 0-1. Musty already winding up for his next pitch. And it's another good strike there, this time on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. And Kliz will go down swinging on a ball down low below the zone. And Musty says there's 3 out, which I believe is correct, yeah. And that is how this inning will end. Dodgers will have another chance to bat, and it looks like it'll be Grape who's stepping up. As Clisp will intentionally walk Grape, and that's the first time I've seen Grape being intentionally walked. I can't say for the entire series, but personally, that is the first time I've seen him be walked like that before. Interesting. It's now Caesar who will step up to bat, takes a ball up and away, 1-0. Hits this one hard into left, going back, and it's at the warning track, not caught. Grape will run for third, and I believe that they're all safe since there are no pegs, and we have runners on first and second. Or excuse me, second and third now. The Dodgers have 2 runners on with 0 outs. Tricky situation for Cameron and the Reds. All they need is a ground ball here, as that one is hit hard into the left foul area. Musty is looking to get his team to a World Series legitimately. By legitimately, I mean without a turnover or anything. This one's hit hard into left at the warning track, and that's going to bring in a run for the Dodgers to tie the game. And there are now runners on the corners, with the score now being 2-1. 2-1. It's both runners on second and third were able to score there. Runner on first, 0 outs, scores 2-1 as Musty will step up to the plate. You can hear my clicking. It's funny. Musty will take a ball to make it 0-1. but it counted as a strike for some reason. Interesting. I thought it registered as a ball in the strike zone. 0-1 on Musty. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball this time. 1-1, even it up. Dodgers, a rare occasion, they only have 4 players. As Musty bunts this one, it's going to go down the line, and he's going to be out at first. But runner advances to second. And there's one away. Off of a sacrifice bunt by Musty. As Musty says he has to go. And an even rarer occasion where Musty is not playing for the Dodgers. Intentional walk for Grape, and now there's runners on first and second. And I believe there's only 1 out, but they're arguing that there's 2. And I only believe it's 1. But I don't think. As Sam runs around the bases and dives into home, but I don't think that counts. So it looks like the final calling here will be 1 out, it looks like. Musty was the only out. And I agree with Caesar here, who's saying that we don't know who the second out is. Well, folks, we are going to head into a quick intermission here while we wait for this to settle over. You're listening to Roo Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Back here, Jitlu falls out of this inning with a pop out. And now there's 2 outs. Like I said earlier, Musty is trying to get his team to the World Series for the first time since ever without a turnover. Perhaps he's trying to get a win. And I don't know why I'm using the word perhaps. He is. As this one's a grounder into right, and that should... He's safe at second. Safe at second. And he's running towards home. No one's covering it. 3-1 Dodgers. Off of a play, there's a ground ball into right field, thrown to second, but there are no pegs. He was safe on a diving play. Grape was. As Jitlu ran to home to score the 3rd run for the Dodgers this inning. With 2 outs on the board, they have a 2-run lead. As Clisp will intentionally walk Grape for the 3rd time tonight. And bases are now loaded for the Dodgers. In a tricky situation where Caesar, the man who just scored for the Dodgers, comes up to the plate, takes the ball inside to make it 1-0. You're listening to the debut of Roo Radio. Jitlu fouls off An idea that I thought would be nice. Take a break from all the visuals and all that. Just commentate on the game, which I think is pretty nice because then I get to see what people are actually saying in chat without having to open it on stream every time. To those of you listening, thanks for tuning in. As Jitlu hammers this one into right, it's going back at the warning track, and no, Rob, I think there was no catch sign, and it's 4-1 Dodgers. He attempts to go to second, and he's in a pickle. Grape is in a pickle, and he dodges the man! He's out, and he's out by tag. As we head into the bottom of the second, but I do not know if that was a home run. But I think they're going to have a review. It's Grape who just got into the pickle. As soon as he got out, he said home run, by the way. What we can say for sure is that it's 4-1 Dodgers at least. However, they're arguing that it scraped the wall, and they are going to review that. I think. We are going to head into another intermission. Thank you all for tuning in. Alex has a little attitude as we head into this intermission. Back here, there was a hit into right that dropped fair, but thrown out at first. An unfortunate hit for the batter. 1 out. It's the Dodgers now pitching, and there's no home run. Alex, who did not pitch it, and it looks like they are throwing the ball at Ed, who is now up to bat. And there was a hit by pitch yet again. 4-1 Dodgers, 1 out. It's a current and runner on first for the Reds. Bottom of the second is currently what the scoreboard looks like. 101 Caesar now pitching for the Dodgers after Monk had to leave, aka Musty, as Tino is now up for the Reds. It's this one into right. This is going to be a tough play. He is going to be safe at second and at first as well. And there will not be a second out this inning. Cameron now will step into the dish for the Reds. A home run here will tie the game as he swings and misses at a strike inside. 0-1. And takes the ball, or excuse me, a strike down and outside, but still inside. 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball, and that's going to be a strikeout for Caesar, his first one of tonight. And that is the second out of this frame. Or excuse me, of this half. Clips now up to bat, hits it hard and high into right, but it's caught by Grape for the third out as we head into the third inning now. Current score here tonight at Great American Ballpark heading into the third. The Los Angeles Dodgers have 4 runs, and the Cincinnati Reds are trailing by 3 with 1 run. Top of the third, no outs, bases empty. Count is 0-0 as we start, as Sam will lead off this inning for the Dodgers. And she'll take a strike there and make it 0-1. Up and away. Cincinnati Reds had 2 base runners on, first and second, as Sam hits this one down the line, but a diving catch there made by Clisp, and there is 1 out away now. No home runs tonight, too. Clisp will now intentionally walk Grape for the 4th time tonight. And the 4th time of this frame, may I add. Jitlu hits it way into the infield as it bounces up. Grape, for whatever reason, not running, and he's out at second. But safe at first will be Caesar. The ball was hit into the left side of the infield, but it bounced up as if the dirt was like slightly lifted off of the grass. Nevertheless, they still got that out at second at least, as this one's hit into left, but drops down for a base hit. Jitlu will be safe at second. As Sam, who had the first out of this inning, redeems herself, and Grape is now up to bat. Let's see if they'll intentionally walk him for the 5th time. As it seems that Cameron said that it was out, but it was not out. I can tell you, it was not out. Chill Jamal, aka Grape, now up to the plate for the Dodgers. Let's see if they'll walk him. There's 2 outs. And it looks like they are having an intentional walk to load the bases yet again. And that will put up Caesar with bases loaded, but 2 outs on the board, as Clisp will confirm it. And there's an intentional walk to load the bases. Interesting, may I say. Ball taken there by Caesar. He statued it, a slider down low. 1-0 to start this at-bat off. Caesar, who struck out a couple of times, I think, and got out sometimes this game, but overall has been hitting pretty well. Fouls off one to right field. Deep, too, may I add. 1-1 is the count. Takes the ball inside to make it 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Cameron. Swing and a miss at a strike. 2-2, the count evens up. Full count now for Caesar as he takes a ball. Here's the payoff pitch from Cameron. Caesar hits this one fair, but caught by Clisp, who is playing at first base, and tags the first base for the 3rd out. And we'll head into the top of the 3rd with the score remaining 4-1 Dodgers. Cincinnati Reds struck first this game with an RBI to make it 1-0, but then the Dodgers had a second inning full of 4 runs. It was 4-1. Peak now up to bat for the Reds, takes a ball inside, 1-0, inside and up. Second pitch from Caesar is hit into left, going way back there, and it's a no-doubter. And the Cincinnati Reds cut down the lead to 2 runs off of a home run from Peak. Really showcasing his name off that one. Peakify. It's a homer into left. Not quite the second deck. And Ed will now step into the bat, but Caesar intentionally walks him. And there's a runner on first with Tino up to bat now. Score is 4-2, and a home run here will tie this game up. Runner on first. Caesar has no outs on the board. Ball thrown inside. And may I add, that was the first home run on Roo Radio. Ball outside and low. But it's a strike, actually. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Cameron. That's a ball. There we go. 2-1. Up and away. And another one is hit deep into left. And this game is tied off of a home run from Tino. The score is now 4-4. Tino rounds all the bases. And we have a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the third. No outs. Cameron now up to bat. Swing and a miss at an inside ball. Probably getting too excited from those back-to-back home runs. 0-1. This one's hit into left but foul. 0-2 on Cameron, and it's obvious that he's using power, trying to get a home run of his own to take the lead for the Reds. Here's the 0-2 from Caesar. Cameron will go down swinging. Off of a swing and a miss. Inside for strike 3, and Cameron has his first out of this inning after giving up back-to-back home runs. Dodgers looking to retake the lead here. Clisp is up to bat, swings and misses at a ball inside and up. Caesar is only at 18 pitches, yet has allowed 3 runs. This one's hit high into right, going back, foul. And it's 0-2. Dodgers cannot afford another run here unless they have excellent batsmanship. A ground ball into right, and there is a close play at first, but that will be the second out. Clisp tried diving to first, but was not in time. Beaten by the throw. Ball from Caesar to start off this at-bat from Peakify, who homered in his first at-bat this inning. Takes another ball to make it 2-0. And takes ball 3 to make it 3-0. Here's the 3-0 from Caesar. And it's a 4-pitch walk from Caesar to Peakify. And that's his 24th pitch with Ed now up to bat. Could be 2 walks in a row. One being 4-pitch, one being intentional, and wouldn't you know it, they intentionally walk Ed. And that's the 5th or 6th time, I believe the 5th, maybe even 4th time that Ed has been walked intentionally. So for the Cincinnati Reds, this one's hit into left field, and the left fielder is AFK. It's going to get past them. Sam is not there, and the Cincinnati Reds will retake the lead off of a home run. Or excuse me, a hit into left. Ed and Peakify are now on second. And it's 4-5 Cincinnati Reds. 5-4 is the score. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. So, as I was saying, for the Cincinnati Reds, Ed is the one who keeps getting intentionally walked. Well, for the Dodgers, it's great. Cameron now up to bat, takes a strike inside, 0-1. A sinker. Slider down and away, 1-1. Caesar at 27 pitches. Yeah, has allowed 4. Swing and a miss at an inside ball, 1-2. Caesar winds up and throws a 1-2 pitch. It's hit into right field, going back and caught by Grape to end the inning. Finally, after giving up 4 runs to the Cincinnati Reds, the Dodgers are able to come through and end it. Looks like Musty has joined back as well. Probably joining and not happy. Sam is leading off this inning for the Dodgers as a wicked strike is right there. And I must say, wow. I mean, what a strike. 0-1 is the count. Sam fouls it off into the right foul area. 0-2 now. Musty joining back. Swing and a miss by Sam to end it. As Musty will leave yet again. So he joined for about half a minute, and Grape will not even step into the box. He's already heading to first. Clisp has not called for an intentional walk just yet. And now he does. As soon as Grape steps into the box, intentional walk. Caesar's up to bat. Runner on first, 1 out. 101 Caesar, who ended the half last time he was up to bat, takes a strike inside and low. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a strike there. 0-2. And a home run here, folks, can give the Dodgers back the lead. But Caesar will go down looking, and Sam is yet again up to bat with 2 outs this time. 5-4, Cincinnati Reds is the score. Sam hits this one into right field. This one's going back and caught at the warning track. Sam, who hit a 29 degree launch angle, had a hit velocity of 169 miles per hour, 89% power to end that inning off, all the way to the right field warning track. And it's now the bottom of the 4th with the Reds. Clisp is up to bat to lead off this inning. Caesar still on the mound, throwing his 30th, and it's fouled away. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Caesar. A swing and a miss at an outside ball. Here's the 0-2 from 101 Caesar. And a strike! Clisp lagging. Almost thought it was a statue, but took a strike inside and up. 1 out on the board for Caesar. A better start from last time. Peakify, though, is here to change that. Hope Peakify is here to change that, perhaps. I should say. I shouldn't really say hopefully. It sounds biased, but 0-1 takes a strike and swings and misses at an outside ball. Basically the same at bat starting as Clisp, honestly. Took a pitch. And then he also takes he also takes a ball there, but it's ball 1 instead. 1-2. This one's hit, and it's going to get down the line. Sam dives for it, but it bounces off the wall. It's going to be a long throw to second, and he is safe with a diving double, as Jitlu proclaims that he is an alt, though I do not believe that is the case. And 101 Caesar intentionally walks Ed yet again, and Ed not happy going up to the mound. 5-4 is the score. A home run here can make it 8-4. As Swoden proclaims that he wants to have an unprofessional relationship with Ed. Interesting. Knuckleball outside to make it 2-0. Anyways. Check swing there. 3-0 is the count. Tino is up to bat, by the way. Apologies for not stating that. And a swing and a miss at a strike there to make it 3-1. Someone has died on the field. Takes a fastball to make it a full count. Hits this one in the left. Going back at the wall. Not a home run. It bounces into center field. And that's going to score another run for the Reds. Ed is not going to try for home. However... Oh, no! No dead ball! No dead ball! It gets past home plate. And there we go. Tino has himself a triple. And the score is now 7-4. My goodness. What just happened? The ball was thrown to home, but no one caught it. Dead ball was not called, but it is now. With that being said, Tino was able to run to third and thus able to clear the two base runners and score 2 runs to bring the score up from 5-4 to 7-4. And the Cincinnati Reds now have a 3-run lead as Cameron will step up to bat. Swoden kind of chit-chatting here. And that will be an error on the Dodgers' part. Well, the score went from 1-0 Reds to 4-0 to 4-1 Dodgers, and then back to the Cincinnati Reds with a lead of 5-4, and with this inning 7-4. Although it could also be that it was 4-4, and with this inning it was brought up by 3. Swoden saying that it should be 4-6, but I don't think that's the case. Not really sure what's going on. So the timer for 15 seconds goes on there, but they're getting ready. Roo Radio will end the stream at the bottom of the 5th, by the way. Bunted by Cameron, diving in the home, he's out! A bunt! Straight back to the mound. The runner, Cameron, gets to go into first, but I think that was Tino who tried running into home, but both the pitcher and the base runner dived, and it went to the base run, and it went to the pitcher. 2 outs now. Runner on first instead of runner on first instead of no runners. However, the pro to that is that it is not 8-4. Score remains 7-4 Cincinnati Reds. Bottom of the fourth. Crisp hits this one into right field, going back and off of the wall. Grape was AFK. That could have been catchable. He's trying for third, and he will get there. No throw. There is a throw to the infield, and now there are runners on corners for Peakify to step up now. Interesting. Grape was AFK, but I'm not really sure if that was caught or not. It was 82% power, 155 hit velocity, and 45 launch angle. So I'm not really sure what I can say. That probably was catchable, though. That's looking at Grape's shift. Peakify takes a ball to make it 1-0 to start off this at-bat. And time is called by Caesar. Well, with the time being called, I may as well have a little scoreboard update. Runners on first and third, the corners. Los Angeles Dodgers have put up 4 runs. Cincinnati Reds have put up 7. They currently have the lead. Peakify now up to bat. There's 2 outs, and the count is 1-0. 1-0 Caesar about to throw his 48th pitch after time in. And a ball inside, 2-0. A walk here will load the bases. And I believe that would bring up Ed. Sorry for that little interruption there, but we are back. And the score is currently... I should turn that off. Score is currently 4-7 still, but there's a diving catch there by Sam to end the inning, and it's top of the 5th. Once again, folks, a daily reminder... Just again, a reminder that this game will end at, this stream will end at the bottom of the 5th inning, and right now it is top of the 5th. As Grape will take an at-bat. Maybe. Nope, he's intentionally walked. Who would have known? Grape saying nope. Grape is saying nope, but he walks to first regardless. What do you say? Grape taking a comfortable lead. Again, we're back. 0-2 now is the count. Space is now batting, who just came in for this game. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's the first out of this inning. Runner on first. It's Grape. Grape saying there's a distraction, though. Not sure what's going on here, but it's 4-7. But that's all I can say. 7-4. But it looks like they'll redo that at bat with an 0-2 count. 7-4 is the score. Here in the top of the 5th with the base runner on. Let's see if Space can redeem himself from that distraction. Here it is. The 0-2 pitch is taken to make it 1-2. Grape taking a comfortable lead there. He's basically halfway there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit into left and just foul. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and he strikes out. First out, as Caesar is now up to bat. Ball hit into right, and he's going to be out at first, but Grape gets to second. Swing and a miss. However, it looks like Jitlu is saying safe. I do not believe that is the case. That was really out. Looks like they are going to refer to Alex. Time is called, and it looks like this play is going under review. We'll see you guys soon. Right, well, we are back here. There was some time taken just to get the clip itself, but it looks like they figured themselves out. Final calling is an out at first. And now there are 2 outs on the board. Hitting to left by Sam, who is now taking a bat, and it's foul. 1-1 is the count. Man, you can really hear my clicking, huh? It looks like Cameron is tagging first. For whatever reason, Space is off the bag. Wait, was he safe? It doesn't matter. There's 2 outs. Either way, he's out. 1-1 is the count. Grounded to the infield and caught by Cameron, and tagging first for the 3rd out. As we head into the bottom of the 5th, this will be the last 3 outs of this stream, as I will be leaving this game early. Jez behind the plate. Space has joined the Dodgers crew in the 4th. So now there are 4 Dodgers. And for whatever reason, I just noticed Sam is wearing her home jersey. But I'm not quite sure what's taking up so much time. It's the bottom of the 5th, and it should be Dodgers fielding, but for whatever reason, they're just standing on the side. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. And we are going to head right back to the music. You guys are listening to Roo Radio. We'll be right back after this. Alright, well, we are back here. Score is currently 7-4 Cincinnati Reds, and the Dodgers will take back the field. Caesar is now up to pitch with Cameron up to bat. 0-1, throws a strike, swing and a miss. Grape has had to join back, it looked like. takes strike 2, 0-2 now. I don't know what that was. Long throw there. And there was a ball hit into left, but Sam threw it all the way to first instead of second, which would have been the easy out. But out on 2! What? What? Jez with an Angel Hernandez call. And my goodness, he was standing on the bag. I have never seen a call that bad. And that should not be the first out. Well, then. I mean, wow. And for whatever reason, they're not challenging it, but I guess they are up 3. But wow. And I mean, wow. He was, for those of you listening, he was basically on the bag. Basically on the bag, right? And the ball was thrown to it maybe 2 seconds later, and he was called out. I've never seen a call that bad. Brought to you by Jez, the home plate umpire. Shame on him. His user ID is @Swoden2. That's SW. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, obviously. But, man, that's a... Jeez. Never seen a call that bad. I mean, wow. Alright, well, here's the first pitch from Caesar to Clisp, who will be batting after that call. 1-0. Ball outside. Second pitch will be hit, grounded to his first baseman, diving to first, and he's out. And that one is an out, obviously. Peekify now up. Dangerous hitter. However, sometimes you can limit him. Sometimes you can limit him to a strikeout. But here it is. 101 Caesar pitching to Peekify. His 59th pitch is a fastball outside, heading on to his 60th. Ed did not run to third. No one was covering it. Perhaps a smart move, but it's either that or Ed is just AFK. Or for whatever reason chose not to run. Swing and a miss at a ball in the middle. Peekify swings and misses. And all he can say is bruh. 1-1. After the third out, by the way, the stream will be ending. Hitting to left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Ed is not running to third, but there she goes. She/he. I can't tell, but I'm just going to assume he. And there are runners on corners now with 2 outs. And up to bat will be Tino, I believe. No, Tino left, actually. Daytime, however, has joined for the Reds. And wouldn't you know it, Ed is up. An intentional walk here will load the bases, but maybe they'll give Ed a chance at a batting here. If 101 Caesar, he's calling for the next batter, unless he calls for an intentional walk. But no, it looks like Ed will be batting for the first time tonight, and there are runners on corners with 2 outs. Statues the ball for the first one. Ed is known to be cocky. Int walked. Okay, never mind. So he threw 1 ball, but then Int walked him to load the bases. Interesting. Base is loaded now. 7-4. Cameron up to bat, looking to make it 11. Takes a strike in and up. 0-1. And I must say, this has definitely been an interesting game. Not a blowout. Not too many scoring happening all the time. It just kind of feels like a regular baseball game. 0-2 count on Cameron, fouls this one off to the left. And that's a souvenir ball from Cameron right there. Let's see another 0-2 pitch from Caesar. Here it comes to the plate. Swing and a miss at a ball up and away. And that is the third out. And with that, we'll conclude tonight's stream of Roo Networking, the debut of Roo Radio. Thank you all for tuning in. And I have been your host for the entirety of this night, Roo. Thank you all for listening to Roo Radio. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.